Hey, howdy guys. So this episode we're going to do some Mt.Battle real quick. Uh, Now one issue is that you cannot evolve your Pokemon during Mt.Battle for it to essentially you have to use the exact same 6 Pokemon the whole entire run through. You cannot evolve your Pokemon. So because I'm just going to use Run Rare Candy real quick on our Cielo and let it evolve, so that way we can not have to keep worrying about not evolving. And we get our Walrein. Okay. Now I might just very, very quickly go. Let me see. Man, I might just quickly go so we can get electric move real quick. I might quickly go to the battle bingo and quickly just get enough XP for enough battle. Oh, what do we call it? Poke coupons, or battle coupons, what they're called. So I'm going to do the 2001. If I remember correctly, this primate. This looks a little different. What should do the standard? Okay, this is actually different. Yeah, this is still sky attack, but I wonder if it just changes every once in a while. Or maybe... No, it definitely changes. Okay, I might just speed through this real quick. With a fly attack, I guess let's work our way up. We'll go this way and then this way, I think, is what we do. So... yeah, we'll do Psychic. Okay, Latios. Okay, maybe it's not so different. Oh no, this Latios I think should have a normal type move, I think. Let me see. Hyper Fang, yep, okay, it's not different, it's just they changed the layout, so. We want to get Hyper Fang Latios is not bad. We want to get the Blissey that has the guillotine move is what we want to get, which is probably going to be one of these normal type Pokemon, so. But Hyper Fang isn't bad, so. Oh, there you go. This Blissey will have one hit KO move. Because of its high defense, high defense and HP. You know, it means statistically it's probably going, and this should be an Umbreon. This Umbreon may have not act. There's a few glitched moves. There's a few glitched squares on this one, so. Okay, but let's hope we don't miss all of these. Okay. Getting a little rude now. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got like one more. Blissey has very poor attack stats too, so struggle with. Oh, there we go. Finally. Blissey was just, teasing us, I guess. There is I believe it is the, there should have been no, this is slightly different. There was a bug or poison one. Oh no, it was a poison one. Is another Pokemon that wanted KO. So we have to catch the poison Pokemon. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have to catch it, cause unless we think we can outspeed it, it will. It's a Venonat, I think is what it is. So. Whoa. Actually, well, that's actually not bad, because it only lowers out the HP down to its HP. It can't knock you out, so. For a second, I just thought it did vehicular damage like that. Nah, we'll go for this. I don't think there's any ghost Pokemons here, so we don't have to worry about any ghost Pokemons that this doesn't affect. So, yeah. This should be the Venat with the, when the KO has a Mega Horn or Horn Drill, whatever it's called. We don't want to risk it, so we're just going to catch it. There we go. Yeah, the Horn Drill. So, I don't know. Let's just work our way up, I guess. This fighting Pokemon has a, can't remember what type move, but it's not a fighting. At least I don't think it's a fighting move. So we'll see. Oh, you've ruptured, that's right. Kind of. Actually, no, it's actually not bad at all. Maybe I should have put, give 1 point to Latios, so there we go. I don't know, there's a lot of normal Pokemons here, so I'm not too worried. Maybe it's the only slight normal. Oh, there you go. Not anything. So remember, when you see this one, you can just give in, and it does count as a point, which is good. Because if it didn't, then you would just lose. This is a. This is a Slow King with a fighting move is what it is. I can't remember what kind of fighting move I have though. So. Brick, yeah, okay. Last time we almost lost to this thing without Chansey, so we were just. I'm glad we put 1 point. I'm glad we had our Venonat to take care of it. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter too much. Oh, Apion was right, nice. Oh, this Apion, I think had a fly move. I think it has a move bounce or fly. This could become a slight issue if you miss. Oh, no, we got it, nice. That was a little, I forgot it had a fighting move. We can survive one more as long as it doesn't get a crit. So we have to. Okay, so we do miss. Maybe it might miss, but no, it doesn't. I'm not necessarily too worried about it. I'm not worried about it. That was just one. So, well. Maybe I might be a little worried about it, so. Nice, and we hit it too. This is a Pikachu with the psychic move is what it was, so. Oh, missed ball, that's what it was. There we go. Yeah, the first time we did this we had a little bit of an issue, but I just gonna be honest, once you like know what to catch, you know, it becomes easy. And especially 2000, you know, that would give us enough to yeah, we can put in this, yeah. Just to be safe, we'll give 1 to Latios, just to be safe. I'm pretty sure these are pretty easy, but I don't want to accidentally, you know, I don't want to screw ourselves over. Did a bit more than I thought. It could get an attack rise, which could be an issue, but or maybe it's a defense drop. I can't remember what Metal Claw does, but it does have a chance to change stats. Yeah, see, this is where we might want to use okay, that was unfortunate. I'm glad we gave 1 to Latios, so. This last one would be a Cradily, and I think this Cradily has it's a normal type move. I can't remember what kind of normal move it was though. So let's give it to. Oh, never mind. I lied. It's just nothing. No, I think it was okay. They actually just didn't load in. Okay, awesome. Okay, see you guys at the Mt.Battle. Trying to run. Do we want a you know, a damage and electric move, or do we want to move that we know do we want to move that we know would definitely paralyze the target? This might come in a lot of use. I think we want a damaging electric move is what we want. So yeah, that's what we want, I think. I don't think we need Hyper Beam, to be honest. So, well, hold on real quick. I need to see. I think Manectric is a physical attacker. Maybe Hyper Beam on Manectric isn't that bad of a thing. Oh no, it's a special attacker. I thought it was physical. Okay. Yeah, we definitely don't want. Hyper Beam is very, very useless on this thing then. And even though in future generations Spark is a physical move, let's see, no, nothing here, possibly, but let's see. Right. 65. Poison Kaz is just is a much worse, basically toxic, until generation 4 and onwards, where it seems like or 5 and onwards actually, where it seems it can now hit all Pokemons in double and triple battles. And it was so bad that they had to keep increasing its accuracy. So, but in Gen 3, it's much worse than toxic. So I'm not sure why you would use it. Sludge seems to be much better, but I don't think we need this right now. Jirachi might be the one I want to give to the most. The strong psychic, that would be wonderful. Let me see real quick. Just to be sure that, see what our Jirachi has. Helping Hand, Safeguard, Dragon Breath. Do I really need Helping Hand that much? It does have Serene Gaze, so we do want to keep that in mind when giving it. Psychic can lower special defense with Serene Gaze. It does help it. Yeah, let's give it Psychic. I don't see why. I don't see any. We'll trade it for Helping Hand. Okay, awesome. Let's do this. Actually, I do see that our I forgot Walrein had Snore. Actually, I'm not. It's very much useless at this point. I don't. Sometimes they do have stuff that could be taught for cheaper. But let me see. No, it's all 1,000. Yeah. Okay. We cannot use the PC after this is done, by the way. We can't even take out items. So I did, I probably should have read that just to make sure I was, just be sure I'm not screwing. Let me go through this again. Okay, so we want a new challenge to run. Okay. Let's see how well this works out. I believe it should have the same Pokemons as when we first fought. See, so it's gonna be pretty weak Pokemons at this point. So. You know, I probably didn't use Dive against that thing. It's so low level. Ice Beam would have knocked it out. We're gonna skip through these first 10 because we've already done it before, I think. So. or at the minimum, we've definitely done the first 3. That's for sure. I put out 2 weaker Pokemons up front. Not that we're going to get any levels from these things, but might as well try to change them a little bit, I guess. Oh, I guess we must do a... Huh, only 1 Pokemon. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So, Mt.Battle kind of differs, yeah, I agree actually. Mt.Battle kind of differs from Colosseum. So Pokemon Colosseum, Mt.Battle started off with higher level Pokemon, but in Pokemon XD, by the end of Mt.Battle, Pokemon's a higher level than Colosseum, so... yeah, I don't know. Now, you don't, if you notice, we don't get any money from these people, unfortunately, so... This, I don't know what I'm thinking about what I should be doing. Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, that was my fault. Do you guys remember the episode in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire where Dusclops is it's a play on the the Upward Ghost? What was that? I'm going to sound so bad with my literature at this moment, but oh, the Phantom and the Opera. Yes, there was a play with Dusclops being part of that. Kind of cool. Well, I don't know if I know. If you're not playing the randomizer, once you get near the end, there's actually some pretty cool teams that are references to the Pokemon show as well as the previous game. There's one team that's referenced to Jesse's and James' team. Let's see. There's another one that's a reference to Jesse's team from Pokemon Colosseum. I'm surprised that... oh, interesting. Oh yeah, Vestimir has a Umbreon, a Espeon, and then it has the 3 legendary beasts. So near the end you see some pretty cool Pokemons like that. So with that fast forward, that looked kind of weird. You know, I used to hate the ghost energy drinks, but recently they kind of grown on me. I like the Welsh grapes one. I don't actually like grapes to begin with, to be honest. I don't think Welsh grapes flavor tastes anything like the real grape, and I don't like grapes, so I'm fine with that. I'm not going to be fast forwarding once we get to the level 20s. Mostly, I'm just fast forwarding now because we've already done these ones. Muck and Jirachi, huh? Ash Ketchum used to have a Muck. I think it's such an underrated Pokemon. I love it so much. I love that they gave it a an Alolan version. I like that they gave it a lower version. So. Okay, so Jirachi does seem to count as a legendary, because I think we should have got 200, I think, from that. So you do not use that and do not teleport at all. So yeah. I thought with Jirachi being a mythical maybe wouldn't count too much as legendary, but no, it does seem to count. Just a single Trojan sounds good. You guys remember in do you guys remember in Robot Chicken when Anakin has to slay the younglings, but he goes to his happy place, which is a sunflower field? That's what that sunflower reminds me of. And I just noticed that, so I think this character's canon name is Michael. He has a Premier Ball on his back of his belt. I never noticed that before until now. Look how far back the camera has to zoom for this thing. Look, it almost like, I swear the arena got much bigger just for Railroad. In all future generation games, they shrink Railroad down to like Railroad is smaller than your character, it seems. This game did not do that. They did not take a lazy route. If you put in a massive Pokemon Railroad, they absolutely made sure that Pokemon had its correct height and everything. So, but Sonority was just like that back then, you know. So, Game Freak, I don't know, man. I love the Pokemon IP, but man, I swear Game Freak just gets lazy these new days because they know people buy their games. You know, it's like, you know, it's not necessarily hardware limitation that's limiting them, like on the Switch and Switch 2. Look at what Tears of the Kingdom did, you know, on the Switch 2, and then you look at what, and this comes from someone who did good, and I did play Pokemon Scarlet quite extensively. I never played the DLC though. You know, it's, you know, compared to what they, compared to what the Switch did with a much bigger open world, I'm like 99% sure that Tears of the Kingdom. Now, of course, it had a bigger map, and look what they did. They did an amazing job with their map. You know, and they had a lot of things they loaded into their game at times. So, I don't know. We'll see what they do with these. We'll see what they do with these new games. You know how well they do, especially since it's going to be on Switch 2. You know, I'm hoping at least. I'm going to be honest, if they send out another generation of, you know, just, I guess like just lazy performance, I don't know, I don't know, I just don't know how much longer, you know, how much more fans are going to put up to that crap. Now, Sonority owns a lot of these IPs and stuff. Nintendo owns 33% of Sonority, so I don't know, they probably could easily strong on them to, you know, do something like, you know, bring back a game like this, you know, so. So I decided to save real quick. Is this the first time you see a color scheme like this on somebody? On her model? It might be. I don't recognize this color scheme on her, to be honest. I want to see how well our mana check works out. The mana check's not going to do anything to this guy, so... Well, actually, I don't know how to say that. We're so high level, it's not an issue. Later on, maybe it would have been an issue, but good effort, Vaults. Yeah, whatever. I'm excited we have electric move on a good electric Pokemon. I did take off the Silk Scruff off of Manectric, and I did put a magnet on it, which ups its electric move by a bit, so... okay. I don't think it's ground type. I think it's rock and steel, so Spark should damage it. Yeah. You know, I said we would only do about 20 levels, but this is going a little bit faster than I thought, so maybe we'll do a bit more than that, so... Yeah, I'm only 41 minutes into the video. We'll do 10 more levels, how about that? I did fast forward all the first 10 levels because we'd seen that before, so... These propellers are not spinning nearly fast enough to support this stuff. Oh, 3, huh? Quick attack. Actually, let's save real quick. Real quick, I'll let you guys see how long we've been playing this. It says 46 hours, so... that's because, luckily, I don't think you guys seen it for 46 hours, but, eventually the background will start changing. I think so on level 40, you start being outside, so... Well, I mean outside, you start being outside the, you know, the ravine that you're in, so... Oh, and you can see there's a fairly big, level jump to level 27, so... Which is still nothing for our team at all, so... You know, his tattoo on his knuckles is good, but I wonder if Japan has said something different. The, you know, American versions of games tend to have a, they tend to, you know, censor or, you know, very much downplay, anything that might, you know, mention violence or anything like that, so, you know, any gang-related stuff, so... I think you guys might like to see a quick change of some Pokemons. It's gonna be a while before we actually have to start switching out and, you know, fighting, you know, 16 Pokemons. So for the first little bit, it's just gonna be, you know, first 2 Pokemons that were mostly solo these first few levels. Melodica. Dark and Rock. Let's see if he has any Dark and Rock Pokemon to begin with. Huh, might that be our first Swampert of the game? I think we've seen. I don't know. When you start getting tougher levels, what we have to do is we have to use Fake Out and then Safeguard or Light Screen, depending on the Pokemon we're going against. Do I have any preferred types? I've always liked maybe ice Pokemons a lot, so I know they've kind of got the short end of the stick for a lot of generations, but I've always thought they had pretty cool designs, so. Minus the ice cream cone Pokemon. I thought that was like the laziest I thought that was like the laziest designs, but I think designs kind of peaked in Gen 3 and Gen 4. I think they kind of peaked. Gen 5 was kind of cool, but it was like trash bags and ice cream cones and keys. Gen 6 kind of picked it up again, so. And Gen 7 actually was pretty cool. In my opinion, I think out of all of the new generations, just because I have not played Gen 8, the Galarian generation, I actually never played it, so I can't speak ultimately for it, but I think that the low-end Pokemons, in my opinion, were probably some of the best generations in the last decade, in my opinion. So I loved it being set in Hawaii. I love the take on the gyms. I love the Z moves. I was kind of sad that they were kind of phasing out Megas, but in my opinion, I actually like the. Mega Pokemon's cool, I know that, but in my opinion, the Z moves are actually just as cool, if not a little bit better, because all Pokemon can use Z moves. And it turns some Z moves, turns some moves into actually really competitive. Like, if I remember correctly, if you use the Z Protect, it increases your defense and special defense. So not only did you get to protect yourself, you also increase your defense and special defense, or maybe just one or the other, but regardless, that was still pretty good, It was super cool. I liked how they went with that. Now I was thinking, I wonder if I could do a run with plus and minus. You know, what would people think of that? So, you know, they do have the ability to help each other, but besides that, they're actually kind of weak. But it would make for a challenging run, you know, so. And maybe even a fun one too. As long as you don't go in against like ground Pokemon with Earthquake. Which we will definitely go against them, so. But that's what would make it challenging. Maybe they should make a third Pokemon called Equilibrium. And it could be electric type, and if you have pluses and minuses in your team, doesn't be on the field, but if you have them in your team, then it doubles its attack, you know, defense, special attack, and special defense. Where, you know, you put 2 equal on your team, but because of that, you get a very strong Pokemon in your active. But at that point, I just have 3 strong. I don't know, it could be. Look, not everything needs to be, you know, a tier 1 team, you know, sometimes you just want to have fun, so. You get a special Togetic in Coliseum, and I put it on my team. I love that Togetic so much. But yeah, I have bad news. Those will not miss kick in or whatever. Okay. Because Psychic is, well, Steel is resistant to Psychic, so that's why I'm for Dragon Breath. Oh, okay, never mind. But we did get the Paralyzation off, so. With the Swing Grace, we'll see a lot of that, so. Psychic on this Jirachi would be great because we're more likely to get a special defense drop on the opposing Pokemon, which of course makes Psychic strong and strong against that Pokemon, so. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the new designs for the Titans, the Veg Titans. I don't know, I feel like maybe they could have gone about it slightly better with their Pokemon, so okay. What does it mark? Yes, that's right. I don't think Dream Eater does anything to just so we can you know, see some new Pokemon in action. It's a good Pokemon, but man, they kind of give like gimmicky Pokemon some really poor stats for some reason, so I'm not sure why they do that. Nah, I like the moves we have now. The moves we have now are actually pretty dang good, to be honest. We think it is now, but you know we're gonna have a pretty high level jump pretty soon, and by the end, all Pokemon's gonna be level 70. It's very unlikely that our team will be level 70 at that point. So let's see what we get, and then we're gonna end this episode off. Game 34. Let's see what that is. I want to walk away, so don't even actually talk to him. Crush Claw. Huh. Well, I don't know. I mean, Slash is more accurate, slightly less power, but it does have a high crit ratio. That's a cool move. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, do we have a? Actually, before I do anything, let me see what are the stats, because it's physical move, so some of these Pokemon might need. Let's see. Murkrow seems to be both physical and special, so might give that to it. And I don't think Dream Eater actually does anything if they're not sleeping, even though it says power 100. Let me check real quick. Yeah, it only works on sleeping Pokemon, so might give it to Murkrow. Let me see. No, definitely not. Actually, I might give it to Visa and take out the tackle. There's no really reason to give it. No reason to have tackle. Well. I don't know. It's a pretty good move. Yeah, let's give it to No. Yeah, we'll give it to I think our Weezing needs maybe a slightly better, because the only real good attack move it has is Flamethrower. So yeah, let's not give it a tackle. I think that'd be a cool move to give it to. Okay, awesome. I'm really liking I'm liking our team. I think it would do great. Like I said, and we're gonna have some challenge, but we want challenge. We don't want to be able to walk through this whole thing. Our team is pretty good, so Wolverine's gonna be MVP, Jirachi's gonna be MVP. So is Metric. I think Sancho's gonna be good. We'll see how these two carry the weight. I think they do fine. At the minimum, this thing will have a good, shadow. But at the minimum, we could, if something is like absolutely raising its defense or resistance, we could use Haze at the minimum. So it would be good for getting rid of stat changes. So, with that being said, it was good playing with you guys. We'll see each other next time. We'll try to do 30 levels again next time. Thank you and bye bye.